Welcome to this Level 1 Beginner All-Body Mat Pilates class. Let's get started in a comfortable seated position. Go ahead and just take a few deep breaths in and out. Feel your body relax. In and out. And then when you're ready, go ahead and as you take a big breath in, sweep your arms out wide and high and exhale as you lower them back down. We'll do that again. Really try to reach and extend up high, lengthening your spine. Feel the expansion in your rib cage. Exhale. Take another breath in, and on your exhale, sweep your right arm up and over. Breathe in as you come back up, and exhale the opposite arm up and over, feeling a stretch in your sides. Breathe in as you come back up. And then go ahead, do that once again, this time forward fold as you exhale. Should feel a stretch in your lower back and in your hips. Take a moment, enjoy this stretch. Breathe in as you come back up. And then place your hands on each knee. Go ahead and do big belly rolls. Loosening up your spine, maybe your hips. And then reverse the rotation. Allow your head to continue or follow with the movement. Relax your shoulders. And then place the palms of your hands together. Lift up your elbows to shoulder width. Take a breath in on your exhale. Twist over to one side, only as far as your spine will allow. And then repeat from right to left. Keep your gaze right in the middle of your palms there. Now you could continue with your palms together or open your arms out wide and continue with this stretch. Be mindful of what your back feels. Don't push it. Just enjoy, again, this stretch. And then make your way into a seated position. Sit up as straight as you can. Place your hands underneath your thighs. Engage your abs. Breathe in as you exhale, lean back. Breathe in, sit up straight again, lift up your chin. Do this a few more times. Focus on engaging your abs, especially just below your belly button. Now you could continue that with your hands under your thighs or add in your arm movement. Release, breathe in as you extend your fingertip up high. Exhale as you lean back. Round out your back, pull that navel into the base of your spine, and continue with this movement. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in as you come back up. Go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you. Maybe just paddle them out a few times. A little slight micro bend in your knees is all right. And we will continue with this movement. Breathe in as you come up, and then exhale, forward fold. Arms by your ears, or lower your hands down to your toes. Grab those toes or place your hands on the outside of your ankles. Whatever works for you. And keep going. Exhale as you lean back. Breathe in as you come up. Exhale again, forward fold. Breathe in as you come back up. And place your hands by your side. Bend your knees. Sitting up straight, bring your arms forward. Exhale again, lean back or place your hands on your side or underneath your thighs and make your way all the way down so your back is on the ground. Keep your knees bent. Bring your hands out to the side in a T position, and then go ahead and windmill your knees from right to left. Breathe in as you draw your knees up. Exhale as you lower them. You could continue with your feet on the ground or elevate your knees up into a tabletop position and then rotate, shifting your legs from left to right. Make sure your head is going in the opposite direction of your knees for a full spinal twist. Go at your own pace, and then draw those knees and give them a nice big hug and release. Okay, bring those legs back up into a tabletop, and then just go ahead and toe tap, shifting from right to left, engaging your abs. You could continue opposite legs, or if you want to make it a little bit harder, go ahead and lower and lift both legs together. Draw your knees in, draw your ankles in, tee out your arms for support. Anchor that tailbone so that your back doesn't arch up. Keep going. You're doing so well. You got this. Keep going. This is a really good ab exercise. A few more. And then draw those knees in once again. Give them a nice big hug. Maybe even rock from side to side if that feels right. And then butterfly those legs out. Draw the soles of your feet together. Open those knees out wide. And when you're ready, extend both legs up. Feet just above your hip bones. And then open those legs out wide and draw them together. Focus on your inner thigh muscles to control the leg movement. Make sure that tailbone is anchored to the ground. Exhale as you draw your legs together. Breathe in as you open them up wide. Still using your core for this, so be mindful. Squeeze your abs. And you could do this with your toes pointed, or you could shift, flex your feet as you open, point as you draw your legs together. Keep going. Keep going. Open and close the legs. Try to keep your heels directly above your hips if you can. A little bit of bend in your knee is all right. And then draw those knees in again, give them a hug, and we'll move right into a single leg stretch. Now you could do this with your head on the ground, or to make it a little bit harder, you can lift your head up. Keep both legs elevated, drawing one knee in and then the other. Keep going. And this time we'll go now into a double leg stretch. Same movement, but sinking your legs together. Again, you could do this with your head down or lift up off of those shoulders for a more intense ab workout. Breathe in as you reach and extend. Exhale as you draw your legs and arms together. Keep going. Keep your tailbone cemented to the ground. Don't allow that back to lift up. Keep going. Do what you can. And then go ahead and lower all the way down. Yes. And make your way to the side. Bring the bottom knee just a little bit forward. And then lift and lower your top leg. So it's just lifting straight up and down. The foot is aligned with your hip. Be mindful, not too fast. Focus on mind-body connection. Use the muscles to lift and to lower the leg. 10 of these. And after that, go ahead and draw circles with that leg. Keep your hips stable. We'll do 10 in one direction. And then reverse the direction, reverse the rotation, and another 10. Your core is tight, your abs are still engaged, even though it may feel like you're just working your legs. Keep going. Okay, go ahead and lower that bottom leg. And then just lift and lower that, or the top leg, lift and lower the bottom leg. You could do this with your foot flexed or your toes pointed, and then squeeze that inner thigh to lift and lower. Keep your balance. This is great to work the inner thigh muscles while still building your core. And then go ahead and little pulses up and down. Same leg. Okay, now draw both legs forward. Bring your knees together and just lift and lower that top leg, keeping the L shape with both legs. Keep going. 10 of these. And then little pulses. Keep the knee up or leg up high, and just little pulses up and down. This can be a thigh burner. Okay, and then go ahead and lower the knees. And then you're just going to tap knee to knee and toe to toe, keeping both feet elevated. Really good exercise to improve the flexibility in your hips and strengthen those muscles. With that, you may feel this. I certainly did. And then go ahead and give that hip just a little pat, nice little massage. And we will continue doing the same on the opposite side. So again, draw that lower leg forward, and then with the top leg, keep it straight and lift and lower 10 times. Make sure that you continue to breathe, don't hold your breath. Keep going. And then draw circles with that leg, starting in one direction for 10 times. Keep your hips stable. Slow and controlled, not too fast. Go at your own speed. And then reverse the rotation, another 10. Almost there. All right, and go ahead and lift and lower that bottom leg. You can adjust that top leg as you need to make it a little more comfortable. Lift and lower. Squeeze the inner thigh of that lower leg. And go ahead and little pulses here. Again, your foot could be flexed or pointed. Draw both legs forward into an L shape and lift and lower that top leg 10 times. Keep going. And now pulse, same leg, just a little bit up and down movement. Focus on using your hip muscles to lift and lower that leg and lower down. Go ahead now, lift up your feet, and we'll do toe to toe and knee to knee. Both feet are elevated. Really try to focus on the flexibility of that hip, rotating your hip to lift and lower that knee. Almost there with this set. You are almost done with this set. And then go ahead and lower your legs, another little hip tap massage, and make your way onto your belly. And draw those hands a little bit closer to underneath your shoulders. And then when you take your next breath in, go ahead and push away with the palms of your hands and lift your chest up. Exhale as you come back down. I'm going to do that again. And this time, if it feels right, go ahead and straighten your arms just enough where you may feel a little tension on your back, but it doesn't hurt. Keep your hips down. And then exhale and lower your chest and head back down again. Okay, now go ahead and relax your upper body and lift and lower opposite legs. Focus on squeezing the glute of the leg that you're lifting. Try not to bend your knees. One leg and then the other one. Keep your hips cemented to the ground. It's a great way to strengthen your glutes, back of your thighs. Okay, now lift both legs and scissor your legs. You could continue with lifting just one leg up at a time, or keep both legs elevated and scissor kick your legs. Hold and then lower down. Now let's add our arms into it. Extend your arms out in front of you, and then when you're ready, lift up both legs and lift up both arms. Hold and scissor kick. Scissor your arms, scissor your legs, as if you were swimming. Keep going, and then go ahead and hold, hold, hold. Hold, hold. You got this. And lower down. We're gonna do this a few more times. Get another breath in and out, and on your next inhalation, lift up once again and hold. Try to lift those legs and arms up as high as you can. Lower back down. Almost there. Ready? Lift again and hold. And lower down. Let's do this again. Here we go. Lift up and hold. And lower back down. Great job. Place those hands underneath your shoulder, lift up your chest, and push back into a well-deserved child's pose. Push that tailbone straight back. You could open your knees out a little bit wider than hip width. And when you're ready, come into a tabletop position. Maybe pat the top of your feet on the ground, nice little massage. And then extend that right leg back behind you and use your right glute and lift up that leg and lift up your opposite arm. Left arm, right leg. And then come back down. We'll do that same on the opposite side. And back down. And again, reach and extend. Hold and lower down. And the opposite side. Strong core here. And come back down. Now you could continue in that, or if you want to add on to it, get a little more ab work, go ahead and extend, but this time draw the opposite elbow and opposite knee in, lifting your belly button up as you draw the knee and elbow in. Keep going. Try not to lose your balance. Go at your own pace. We are working a lot of muscles here, but certainly those abs are engaged if you're drawing the elbow and the knee together. Keep going. 10 on this side. And lower down. Okay, we'll do the same on the opposite side. You could just lift and hold, or lift and lower, or draw the opposite knee and elbow together. 10. You got this. Keep breathing. Keep going. And lower. Let's do a couple cat-cows. Big breath in as you lower your belly. Exhale as you round out your back. And again, breathe in and exhale. It's a great way to stretch the back, the spine. Do as many times as you need. Stop this video and do a few more if you need. I love that stretch. Okay. And keeping in that tabletop position, go ahead and lift and lower the right leg. Think about squeezing your right glute as you lift and lower that leg. Okay, so 5 times, and then bend and straighten. 5 of these. Flex and point as you straighten your leg. Keep that knee elevated in line with your hip. Good job. And then go ahead and donkey kick, lifting and lowering the sole of your foot. So that knee's just coming up just past your hip and then back down again. Okay, now point your toes and bring the knee up and down and cross over 5 times. Up and down, up and cross. And lower down. Keep going. Okay, let's do the same now on the opposite side. So we're doing 5 sets of each of these movements. Lift and lower the left leg now. Again, squeeze the left glute. Keep that leg elevated and go ahead and bend at the knee and straighten. Keep that knee elevated. 5 of these. And donkey kick, lifting and lowering the sole of your foot 5 times. Squeeze, squeeze. You're gonna feel this in your glute. Okay, and then we're gonna drop down and cross over. Up, cross, up, and down. Keep going, 5 of these. And lower down. Great job. Push back once again into a child's pose. Come back up into tabletop. And let's do some push-ups. You could do the traditional plank, so you're on your toes, or come down on your knees. Keep your back straight, core strong, and lift and lower. Do as many as you can. I'm going for the 10. Keep going. You got this. Even if you just do a couple, it's all right. If you do 20, great job. If you do 10, great job. 2 is great job. It's all good. Okay, and then from here, make your way into a straight arm plank position. And then we'll do some leg pulls, lifting and lowering opposite leg. So as before, use the glute of the leg you are lifting. Really squeeze to lift and lower the leg. You could just hold a plank if that feels more aligned for you at this moment. And then we're going to come down into a forearm plank. Now you could do this on your knees or elevate those knees. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Strong core here. Don't let that back sag. Hold for a moment or 2. Hold that plank. You got this. And then shift your hips from left to right. You could do this with your knees down, or to make it more challenging, hold that plank, keep your hips elevated, and shift. Hip tap from right to left, pivoting on your toes. This uses your entire core, a lot of muscles. Keep going. You're almost there. All right, hold that plank a little bit longer, almost done, I promise. Hold, hold, hold. Come down on your knees. Great job. And push back into a child's pose. Okay, go ahead and come up on those toes and then take a breath in, and as you exhale, push back into a downward dog. Paddle out your feet. Draw your arms up by your ears. Lift that tailbone up high. Maybe straighten your legs, lower your heels. Enjoy the stretch more. Lift and lower the heels. And then go ahead and come forward into a plank position. Come down on your knees. All right, we are going to finish this workout with some arm exercises. So make your way into a seated position. You could sit cross-legged. Draw your arms up wide and out. Or if it feels better for you, which is what I'm going to do, come up on your knees. Just make sure that it doesn't bother your knees. You could always add extra cushion, pillow, and bring your arms out wide to the side. And then go ahead and make circles with those arms. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed while keeping your arms up. Arm circles in one direction, and then reverse the rotation. If you're up on your knees like this, just make sure that you don't allow your back to sag. So keep your core strong. Tighten your abs. Support your spine. Keep those arms out wide. And then go ahead and just push back. Just little pulses here, pushing back. 10 of these. And then go ahead and rotate so the palms are facing away from you and continue. You could always add on light weights if you'd like, but it's not necessary. Okay, and go ahead, bend at the elbows and draw your forearms together and open. Really squeeze your shoulder blades as you draw those elbows out wide. Big breath in as you open, exhale as you close. Keep your elbows elevated in line with your shoulders. Keep going, keep breathing. You are almost done with this class. Okay, now draw your forearms together, palms together, and lift and lower just a little bit. Lift and lower those arms up and down. Keep your core strong. Hold, hold, hold. Really squeeze your palms together. Squeeze your forearms together. Squeeze, squeeze, hold, and then open out wide. Palms are facing up, and then go ahead and reach and extend those arms straight up. Slight little clap and lower, lift and lower. Be mindful that your shoulders are not up by your ears. Focus on all muscles in your arm, and then lower your arms by your side. Well done. All right, little arm circles in one direction and the other. Nice little release, and then we'll do the opposite arm. Give each arm a nice hug. Bend your elbow, push that elbow straight back behind you. And then the opposite arm. Well done. Take another big breath in, sweep your arms up high, reach and extend. Exhale, lower them back down. And once again, big breath in. Exhale, lower your arms down. Make your way back into a seated position. Cross-legged. Hands on each knee. And another big breath in. Sweep those arms out wide and high. And as you exhale, forward fold. Take a moment. Relax into this last stretch. And then breathe in as you come back up. Reverse the cross of your legs, and we'll do that again so that you make sure you get a stretch on both hips, as well as the lower back. Again, forward fold. Take as long as you need, and then breathe in as you come back up. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class, and hope to see you soon in another Pilates class.